Welcome back. All new at 10. Governor McMaster's State of the State just wrapped up a short while ago down in Columbia. Tonight, the South Carolina governor addressed the entire state chamber, updating representatives and asking for their support in his new budget. So the governor talked about a variety of topics, really none of them surprising, but hit education and his plans for reform particularly hard this year. Fox Carolina's Matt Koufax was in Columbia and has a wrap-up.
Governor Henry McMaster's State of the State wasn't short on bold ideas. Almost immediately after he started, the governor touted this year's budget surplus and asked the chamber to help him cut income taxes by 15% across the board. That could mean a $200 rebate in your pocket.
This year, with a $1.8 billion surplus, if we don't cut taxes and send money back to the people, then shame on us.
Education and teacher pay were also a huge sticking point. The governor championed the recent Senate education bill, saying it is the key to retaining teachers.
Last year, we raised the salaries of all South Carolina teachers. This year, I ask you to give each teacher an additional $3,000 raise, which equates to an average 7% raise per teacher.
The governor talked about funding early education, focusing in particular on at-risk children in lower income and urban areas, whom he says need the most help to not fall behind early on.
I ask that you join me in providing every lower income 4-year-old child in South Carolina the opportunity to attend full-day kindergarten at the public, private, parochial, or religious institution of their parents' choosing.
The governor also talked about colleges and the workforce, asking for $50 million to facilitate a partnership between rural high schools and vocational institutions.
We know that economic prosperity does not require a 4-year degree. It can be achieved through 2-year associate degrees and a multitude of certificates from our state's technical colleges.
The governor was also quick to point out Wednesday was the anniversary of Roe versus Wade. And for the third year in a row, the budget includes language that would prevent funneling taxpayer dollars to agencies that perform abortions, like Planned Parenthood.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a vote. Send them to me and I'll immediately sign them into law.
Democratic rebuttal was short but succinct. Minority Leader Todd Rutherford criticized the governor's plan for a tax rebate, saying the state's problems go far deeper.
Now, I don't understand how we can say we have a surplus when government programs across the state have been operating at a deficit for years. We cannot afford to waste this money. A tax rebate would be nothing more than a gimmick from the governor, and we don't need another one of those.
The governor talked about several other topics, including the energy future of South Carolina and the decision looming on Santee Cooper, as well as taking care of the state's veterans and providing more funding to the Department of Corrections for law enforcement and state prison reform. In Columbia, Matt Koufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.